Good evening, one and all. Here is Victor Alpha 3, India Mike Whiskey. That is my call sign. My name is Mac, Mike Alpha Charlie. And we're situated here in Hamilton, Ontario, in Canada. It's now approaching 7 p.m., which means we'll be monitoring the Lake Ontario Radio Club net on the VA3ZOE repeater on a frequency of 443.075. Not quite sure who's going to put their hand up tonight for as a net controller, but we'll see what happens right there. So we'll just wait for the clock to round over to 7 p.m. and see who picks it up. Obviously, if things get quiet, yours truly will take over. Let's just see if we have a volunteer net controller. What do you think? What's the odds? Well, it sounds like there's no volunteers, which means I'll open up the net. And Larry has a bun in the oven. All right. Good evening and attention all stations. This is Victor Alpha 3, India Mike Whiskey on behalf of the Lake Ontario Radio Club net. Didn't see anybody with their hand up to take over net control tonight, but we're also streaming live on YouTube. Just look up my call sign, VA3IMW. Scroll down to the little red sticker that says live. You'll find us right here. So we've got two people so far that have made themselves known on the YouTube stream. That makes three. Okay, Larry, V3LBI, Guy from Ottawa, and VA3BT. I'm not sure if Albert's back home or whether he's still in Barrie, but look, VE3SMN. Also checking in on YouTube. All right. CJZ, VA3 CJZ also waving a hand there. Very good. Lots of folks on the web. So let's not delay any longer. Let's take a quick standby to find out if we have any time-sensitive mobile or priority traffic stations.
Victor Alpha 3, Mike Hotel Victor.
Victor Alpha 3, Mike Hotel Victor. Good evening, Mark. How you doing?
Good evening, Mac. Everybody on the stream and on the web. Pretty well, thank you. No radio for me today. I just wanted to give you a check-in. Just got home from work here. I did get lots of ham alerts, so I could see there was lots of activity in the parks today. Unfortunately, not for this kid. So I'm hustling on my dinner here and doing laundry. Just got in the door kind of thing. But I'll be listening along. I just wanted to give you one for the count. Victor Alpha 3, Mike Hotel Victor.
Okay, very good. Yep, productive day at work, and now you're being even more productive. So you're head and shoulders above the rest of us that have been whiling away our time playing on radio. Thanks for your check-in tonight, and all the best. Okay, open it up to anybody anywhere. If you got a valid call sign, we want to hear from you. VA3IMW, standing by for you.
Hell, shut me in there, Mac.
VA3NFL, very good. First of the regular check-ins tonight, Al, and what time's dinner tonight?
8 o'clock. I keep trying to talk Chuck into doing his net at 7. Wish Larry would do his net at 7. Those early risers can be up for it. Hell, you want to start one at 5 a.m. Shit, I'm all over that.
That's too funny right there. Okay, I guess we kind of roll with the averages, Al. And your 8 o'clock dinner, I don't know if you can stretch that out till 9 p.m. I'm a late eater as well, but I'm usually in the 9:30 range. So They tell me that's not a healthy thing to do, but so far it's keeping me going. Anyways, you're in the log, Al, and certainly appreciate your check-in.
All right, Mac. Yeah, both home. No breathing. That's a good thing. Chuck, bonsoir tout le monde, young fella. Oh, shut up. VA3IMW. I'll be listening.
All right. Thanks much, Al. Okay. We'll take another standby and see if we can fill out the list here. Oh, goodness gracious. VA3FMB, thanks for your check-in tonight on YouTube. And who else am I missing? Oh, yeah, there's Bill. There's Bill. Bill is alive and kicking. And he was quite effective out at the park. There you go. All right. Stand by for any further check-ins. RF check-ins, that is. VA3IMW listening.
VA3CJZ. VA3BT.
All right. We'll take you guys in that order. We'll start with Chuck. VA3CJZ. Thanks for working us this afternoon.
VA3CJZ. Good evening, Mac and Albert and everyone on YouTube. Hello, Guy. J'espère que tout va bien avec toi. And bonsoir, Al. Of course. You know, I was surprised today when I was contacting Wade and Bill, because, you know, to me, I feel Wade is very soft-spoken and not very loud. But I'll tell you, when he gets on the HF, I hear his voice over Bill. And so that I had trouble hearing them because of the noise floor and that. But I could pick Wade out there. He was sure loud enough for HF. Anyways, a couple of people I couldn't hear there, but I gave it a shot. Done a few check-ins other than that as well. A bunch of other parks. So yeah, the bands are busy today. Back to you.
Oh, QSL. Yes, bands were very busy indeed. As a matter of fact, once I started activating Tiffany Falls, my first handful of contacts were guys that were working some contest, and all they needed was your first name and your province or state. So they were actually hunting POTA as part of whatever that contest was. I'm not sure what the contest was, but I got to tell you, there was probably more than one contest on the air, because 40 and 20 meters was a mess, and so was 15. 12 and 17 was nice and quiet and busy nonetheless, but I think that's where everybody went, because the contesters were all piled up, especially on 20 meters on top of each other. You couldn't find a quiet spot.
I think it's the North American Musical Party that was generating all these people on the air, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, and I also got Vanya on 17 meters. He was coming in pretty good to me today, so always nice to work him. And let's see, what else? I think that's about it for now, Mac. Good news. I think I got an email saying my radio is no longer in prison and will be arriving at its destination on Monday before 5 p.m.
Well, that in itself is good news. It just needs now to go through rehab and to be reprogrammed, right? That's what you do with radios that have logic problems. Anyways, good news. Thanks for sharing.
Segue there from prison to rehab, and then back home where she belongs. Anyhow, I'll let you carry on there, Mac. Thanks for bringing me up. My receive for the repeater tonight. I didn't really want to jump on the gun and be net controller. So thanks again. Back to you, VA3 CJZ.
Okie dokie. Yep. I'm sure there's some dampness and stuff going on there. Yeah, I think even last night we saw some hiss and crackle coming from stations that were coming into the repeater. It seemed to get better as the repeater got more exercise, which is a lesson to everybody. Keep this thing hot. Keep it going. Keep it all warmed up so it burns off any residual dampness. Anyways, thanks a lot for your check-in tonight, Chuck. Appreciate it. Let's bring in Albert, Nanook of the North. Go on, come on in.
Hey, good evening, Mac, and everybody on frequency. Yes, it's good to be home. I just got home this morning. You know, we're pouring floors there, so it's busy. We canceled Thursday's pour due to the weather, the deep freeze, the snow. But mind you, you guys got more snow than we did up there for a change. So it was actually good to see driving down and seeing all that snow all the way down. I don't feel so bad when I go past Innisville and there's nothing. And Barrie's the only area with snow. Other than that, just real busy at work these days, putting in long days, but hopefully that'll all, come to, we'll get to where we need to be. But other than that, we'll hand it back over to you there, Mac, VA3BT.
Okay, Albert, glad you traveled back home safely. Yes, Thursday morning was a real surprise. Our local weather gods told us that we were going to get like 2 to 4 centimeters in OMG. It was bad enough that I had to reach for the magic switch. And the OPP made sure that I didn't make it to work. They had the number 6 on-ramp closed. So I made a beeline for home and went back to bed for an early morning nap. Anyways, we were back in the office on Friday without a hitch. And trust everything is going well. Has your guys got the roof dried in yet, or are you still working with tarps?
We're still with tarps. I've caught up with all my pour floors, so I've got just over half of the building poured. We still got the tarps just to maintain the heat in there. I got to protect the floors now. I'm hoping, I got the roofers coming in tomorrow. They're going to try to get a good chunk of it done. There's probably close to 30% of the roof left to do. So fingers crossed that it goes well tomorrow. The next day or 2 or 3, we'll get this roof completed and blast this heat through the building, get the rest of it graded up, and hopefully finish up the rest of the concrete pours in the next couple of weeks. We'll see how it goes. It's been a very challenging job, that's for sure. Anyways, we'll hand it back over here and pick up a few million more over there. VA3BT.
Okay, thanks much, Al, and all the best to you and your construction crew. Tough job, but that's why they've assigned it to you. All right, that's the end of my list. Looking for a few more. Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey, on behalf of the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net. Come on in and say hi.
Victor Echo 3, Lima Bravo, India.
Victor Echo 3, Lima Bravo, India. There's somebody who we didn't hear this afternoon. How did the outing go today?
Well, today was go to the in-laws. So we were there from 12 until, I guess, around 2:30. So I kind of missed everybody, which I was a little disappointed. I did happen to get the guys in Barrie, though.
Okay, QSL. Yeah. I saw Tom and XLM, I guess it is, out of the park. And then I saw 5 operators, including James, down in the States. But I was otherwise engaged. I didn't actually reach out to them. But very good. Visit with the in-laws. Always something to look forward to. Actually, it's getting home after visiting with the in-laws, which is what we look forward to.
No, actually, it was quite nice. Get together with Brenda's family, so we're going, man, the repeater ever noisy tonight. I can't believe how noisy it is.
Yeah, and that makes the that other button really useful because I'm hearing you nice and clear on direct, about 15 over S9. So I guess we just have to take what we got and live with for the time being. Keep the repeater warm and give it a hug once in a while just to make sure that all the bits and pieces are working. But obviously, it has a little bit of a deaf spot over to the east. But to my station, you're coming in nice and clear.
Yep, okay, very good. And I never get a chance. I didn't know if you missed it or not. I was taking a look at Brett off the maker. What'd you get in the log today? How'd you make out?
I think I saw 34, which was not bad. Not a lot came from 40 meters, and when I went to the upper bands, I just gleamed a couple. So it was most from 20. Obviously, the apex of the activation was being hunted by a guy in Hawaii. Same guy, I think, Whiskey Hotel 6, Lima uniform. And when I looked him up, he hadn't done any activations, and he's got about 1,000 parks hunted. So I'm kind of guessing he's a newbie, but he does a really good job at finding us. And yeah, it was nice. Like I say, that was the apex of the activation, being hunted by Hawaii instead of hunting for Hawaii.
Oh, excellent. Okay, very good. I haven't heard from anybody else, so I don't know how they made out. I know Bill's on the line there. Maybe Bill, if you're listening there, VA3 UK, or give us a shout there on the tell us what you got for contact. Just curious. I know Dave was out, Vanya was out, John was out. YOA is it? I think it is YOA. He was out. So yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get the opportunity to really get hunt anybody or even get out for an activation. So it is what it is. I'm probably sure I'll get the hunter's log or the hunter's award for it. But no activation. All right, Mac. Listen, I'll pass it back to you. Thanks for doing it, and we'll be listening along. Through LBI.
Yep, QSL. So I worked Dave at his park, and I guess he vacated his park shortly thereafter, and then on another band worked him as a VA3CP. I did make contact with John, so we had a kind of a tough park to park on 20 meters. I guess he was probably somewhere down along the lake shore. And bending that signal around the edge of the mountain brow from Tiffany Falls wasn't as easy as what I thought it might be. But other than that, yeah, a lot of park to parks. I certainly appreciate the locals that had the chance to hunt us. And like I said, yeah, the topper was the guy coming in from Hawaii to work me. So that was cool. All right, that's the end of my list once again. So the question to Bill online is how many contacts during your activation? And throw something in the chat there for us. All right, Victor Alpha 3, India Mike Whiskey, standing by for further check-ins for the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net.
Victor Echo 3, India Uniform Kilowatt.
There you go, Victor Echo 3, India Uniform Kilowatt. Good afternoon, Bill. Again, how you doing?
Oh, not too bad, not too bad. We didn't do too bad. We ended up with, I think, with 38 contacts altogether. We had a bit of a hiccup with Waitsman, which slowed us down a bit. And I got to the park and realized I didn't have my microphone in my backpack, so I had to go all the way back home. So note to self, create a checklist. I'm not going through that again. So usually I walk about 3 to 5 kilometers in a day. I probably doubled that today. But anyway, it was fun. We would have stayed longer, but the wind was starting to come up and it was getting chilly.
QSL, yes. There was a point where I rolled up the passenger window because I started to feel the effects of the wind. And I guess you guys were out in the elements, right? Your park has you walk into um, the gazebo or whatever they have out there. So I'm sure your situation was even more precarious than mine. But yeah, 38 contacts, very good. And yeah, QSL on the write yourself a checklist. Don't leave home without it. Maybe carry a spare microphone or something like that. Anyways, I'm glad that all worked out well for you guys.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm not that far from the park. It's about a 15 to 20 minute round trip. It's just a pain in the butt when you realize that you had done that. But that little John Park, there's really no gazebo or nothing. There's just a bench there. So we were right out in the element. So when we first went over, there was no wind, but it started to pick up. So we decided to call it an afternoon. But while Wade was waiting for me, he was messing around with the rig. And we figured there might be a problem with the way the writ in the VFO was set because we didn't have a problem later on with being off frequency. And also he was able to figure out how to set the compression on this rig while he was waiting for me. So in that regard, it was fruitful, Mac.
Okay, very good. And obviously, radio is working really well. Chuck was mentioning how punchy Wade's voice was. I'm sure it had something to do with the tonality of his voice. So, yeah, for however you set up your radios, sometimes the boost on that audible frequency punches through a little better than others. But no, glad you were able to get out. It was certainly nice to be at a park today. And definitely a big positive for temperatures above zero. Had a contact from, was it Alberta, I think? He was actually bragging that they had 8 degrees out there. So I didn't feel like cussing him out on the air, but I said, thanks for sharing and have a nice day.
Yeah, roger to that. Yeah, 2 more quick things before I turn it back. One of them was that we didn't really get anything significant like the distance contacts, but a couple stations from Florida, man, they were just booming in. And the other thing I wanted to comment on was how good receivers and the ICOM, even Wade was commenting on that today, that the radio seems to have a very good receiver. Anyways, thanks, Mac. I'll turn it back to you. Thanks for doing it.
Okie dokie. Good to hear you on the air, Bill. And I trust your noise situation improves drastically as people take down their Christmas decorations and we get back to normal life. All right. Again, we're going to stand by and see if we can trap a couple of more check-ins here. VA3IMW on behalf of the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net. Excuse me, Victor Echo 3, Charlie Echo uniform. Good evening, Thomas. How you doing?
IMW, VA3CU. Yeah, good evening, Mac, and everybody else on the net there. Yeah, I noticed the repeater seems to be a little frying bacon there. I don't know. I guess they gotta keep that repeater going there. Yeah, I had a pretty good day today. I did some laundry today, and yeah, just kind of sat around the house and. So yeah, we're doing okay at this end. I figured I better get this radio fired up because it's getting cold too.
Well, I certainly appreciate it, Thomas. When I checked you on direct, a nice, perfectly quiet S7 full quieting to my station. So, surprisingly enough, sometimes we can do just as well from station to station without even relying on the repeater. Anyways, you're sounding mighty fine and full of energy. Obviously, you've gotten your exercise for today.
doing there, Mac? I got no other traffic at this end, and hopefully that repeater gets back to normal again. But however, yeah, either way, we'll find a way to contact each other. So, all right, I'll say 73s for now, there, Mac, and I'll pass it back to you.
Okay, thanks again, Thomas. Certainly appreciate hearing from you. All right, we'll bid you 7-3s and take another standby for any further check-ins for the Lake Ontario Radio Club net.
Echo 3, Sierra Mike, November.
Good evening, Matt, VA3SMN. And how are you doing today?
All is well here, Mac, and how are you doing?
Well, for any of us who have been out at the park today, we're all feeling very validated, right? Obviously, when people reach out to you from afar, it makes you feel good, right? So being worked by stations in Hawaii, Oregon, California, Alberta, Washington State, Florida, and the near and dear close to home. So yeah, it's nice to get the equipment out of the box and brush off the dust, hook things up, and make contacts. So yeah, it's a good day overall. How about you?
That's fantastic. Sounds like a good day out at the park. I did catch bits and pieces of it while we were out and about today, and yeah, the vans were busy. And for me, we did some shopping today. We went to Terra Greenhouse out on Rymel Road because they have some kind of market going on that my wife and her aunt wanted to go to. So we went there and wandered around, did a little shopping, and then came home and made a nice homemade dinner. That's about it. And the Bills are winning, if anyone wanted to know.
Oh, is this one of those special Saturday weekend games? Okay. Is it like Buffalo, Miami special?
The Bills and the Broncos. I'm not a huge football fanatic, but apparently this is a big game. So the Bills are doing good. I think my brothers are rooting for them, so I'll join in on the fun.
All right. Okay, we're into the new year. I haven't been following NFL this year, so after Christmas, this means you're in the quarterfinals. So I guess they're trying to figure out who's going to play in the Super Bowl. Okay, I gotcha. Maybe it's time to get on board and check out the stats. Well, certainly appreciate your check-in, Matt, and thanks for bringing us up to speed on things I've missed out on.
Bills rock.
Bills suck. Go Denver. Anyways, so Bills are up. That's sad news. Anyways, mind your P's and Q's there, Al. So 7-3s, Matt. Thanks for your check-in tonight, and we'll take another standby after your final.
Sounds good. 7-3 everyone on net, and have a good one. And bundle up tomorrow because it's going to get cold again. Bills 27, Broncos 23, everyone. VA3 SMN. I'll be sitting here listening.
Okay, very good. Lots of time for a couple more TDs on behalf of the Mile High guys. All right, 7-3s. Victor Alpha 3, India Mike Whiskey, stand by for any further check-ins.
Just want to say 7-3 back. I'm going to go in. My feet are freaking cold. I wanted to have a hot bath.
All right, thanks for sharing, Al. Hope all your extremities get nice and warm as you get toasted in the bathtub. 7-3s. Victor Alpha 3, India Mike Whiskey. Stand by for further check-ins for the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net. Okay, well, we're coming up to 7:30 local time. Just a quick question for Bill, VE3IUK. Have you heard anything of VE3EKJ recently? We haven't heard him on the air recently.
I got an instant message from him about a week ago. Said he was having problems getting into the repeater, and then he had problems with his 2-meter radio. And that's the last I've heard from him.
Alrighty. I just sent him a message and tell him that we're thinking of him. You know how I get when people disappear, I get fretful. I don't like to be fretful. So everybody make sure they stay on the top side of the grass, and let's not worry each other. Just don't worry me. Anyways, thank you very much. And I'll make it last call for any further check-ins for the Lake Ontario Radio Club.
Recheck VE3LBI.
Go ahead, Larry. You're nice and clear.
Bill, have you heard anything from Chris? Nobody's heard him on for a bit. Have you heard anything from him? VE3UK?
No, I tried to message him a few days ago. I haven't heard anything from him, no.
Okay, he hasn't been on. There's a couple of them either, so just was curious. Okay, thanks. Back to you, Mac.
See, Larry gets fretful too. Anyways, there you go. Okay, Chuck, last call. Crack another one open, and it's last call. And then you have to leave because you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. All right, 7-3s, one and all. Thank you for all your check-ins tonight, both on YouTube and on RF. And we'll be looking forward to hearing from everybody tomorrow night. Goodness knows who our net controller will be. 7-3s, one and all. VA3IMW, turning this repeater back to normal amateur use with a sincere thank you for Terry, VE3IQL, who is responsible for this machine up and running. Thanks again. And that'll bring the live stream to a close as well. 7-3s.